Now, here are some clear cut practical programming advice. First, focus on quality, not quantity. The vast majority of people start to add more reps, add more exercises, change things up far too often instead of getting great at basics. Remember, success comes from the ruthless execution of the basics. I will often stick with a workout, stick with a plan 6, 8, even 10 weeks if I'm still progressing. And I'm somebody who's trained for over 20 years, right? Sometimes, yes, I'll make some minor adjustments in terms of tempo, in terms of maybe even increase like or decrease the reps just a little bit. But most people change things up way too often because they prefer to be entertained. And as a result of chasing entertainment, they actually sacrifice results. So focus on quality, not quantity. You can get a great workout focusing on the same exercises consistently. Number two, use the double progression model. The double progression model gives you a rep range. For example, a double progression model might say 3 times 6 to 8 reps. The way that you want to do this is as follows. Let's say you're doing a bench press and you can do 225 for 6. You want to continue doing 225 for 6 until you can get to 8 reps. Once you've added that 2 reps, you now know that you are stronger. You can now increase the weight 5 to 10 pounds or whatever is going to take you to failure at 6. And so if we go from a exercise we're failing at say 6 reps, but then we build up to 8 reps, guess what? We've created progressive overload. The beautiful thing about the double progression model, because first we progress with reps and then weight, is it allows you to auto regulate your training. Meaning some days you're going to feel pretty good. Maybe you can shoot for that whole 8. Other days you're not feeling as good. Hey, you hit 6, cool. Live to fight another day. That double progression model is a very simple way to get stronger over time and lock in progress without feeling like you need a calculator to do every single workout. Number three, try to hit each muscle at least twice per week for optimal growth. And this is where a lot of people run into issues with poorly designed body part splits. This is why I prefer an upper lower or a push pull lower, what I call vanity split, because when we can train muscle groups multiple times per week, then we can have a better overall training response directly inside the muscle, but we can also become more efficient at our exercises. So, for example, somebody who's natural, if you're training your chest on Monday, we've got about a 36-hour window where protein synthesis is elevated. After that 36 hours, guess what? The muscle building response goes down quite a bit. And so instead of destroying your chest with 8 different exercises and then not touching it again for a week, breaking that up into multiple workouts throughout the week is going to be superior, right? So if we can break it up and we can hit muscle groups multiple times in a week, that is going to be better than just training muscles once during the week and then never again until the next week. Then finally, don't just chase numbers. Yes, we need to lock in some overall progressive overload, but we should also focus on optimizing technique and feeling our muscles contract. That's a big difference between training for sports and performance and strength than it is for building an optimal body composition. And if you can marry the principles of progressive overload and getting stronger, yet feel the muscles contract, own every inch of every rep, then you're going to optimize that training response. And ultimately, should you still use barbell lifts? You should. I think they're absolutely crucial for beginners and even intermediates building foundational movement patterns. They're great for powerlifters and athletes across the board. And if you want to maximize, again, that performance, carry over to different things in life. However, the biggest issue that so many people make is they marry these lifts for decades and they continue doing them even if they have warning signs, even if they have injuries. And as a result, when you start to have those injuries pile up, consistency goes down. When consistency goes down, results go down. And plus, when we're talking about optimizing your body for looking great naked, well, there are a lot of different variations and tools that we can use to elicit better results with less wear and tear on your body. So the big takeaway here, not only just the best exercises that we covered, if we want to look great naked, it's not just about ego lifting or worshiping the barbell. Yes, success does come from the ruthless execution of the basics,